Hello, you're welcome back to the channel. In this particular video, we're going to be looking at the topic that says the Hebrew language of the Igbo people in episode 3, the words Karet and Yod. In the last installment of this video, we were able to look at the word kum and kum and see how this particular Hebrew word has, generated more than 100 words in the Hebrew of Igbo, okay? Now, the words we'll be looking at in this video is Karet and Yod, as I mentioned earlier. Now, karet, these are all the meanings of karet as you will get in the Hebrew of Judea today. There are several meanings. The ones we took for this video are cut, cut off, make, cut down, in bracket, destroy, unalive, make into writing, eliminate, or wipe off. Okay, we are going to be looking at its application within the Hebrew of Igbo, and in that sense, we'll take the first verb. This is a verb actually. Okay, so the word to mean cut, the word to mean cut. Now, if you come into the Igbo language, the simplest or one of the ways of representing cut in a very, very simple and basic way is ka. The word is ka, okay? So that's like an absolute form of the word cut, ka. Now, the way we use it in the Igbo language, you can say ka, you can say kawa. It's used to mean to cut something. It can mean to incise, it can mean to slice, it can mean to slash. So these are degrees of intensity. So you can go from just a slight cut to a very, very heavy slash, all is actually talking about cutting, okay? Now, this word, as we have just explained, is actually the basis for the word hand in the Igbo language. The word for hand is aka, most commonly. Aka is the word. Now, with you understanding now that this word actually means to cut, you can then understand that the older Igbos meant for the hand to be a cutter. They refer to the hand as a cutter. Now we'll go down to another meaning. Another meaning of the word karet is to cut off. In the Hebrew of Judea, it means to cut off. Now you come into the Hebrew of Igbo. The word for cut off, though there are diverse words, one of the words is kapo. Kapo. Maybe in a business environment, you can tell somebody, India kapo lumego. That means you are trying to tell the other person, these people cut off a lot of money from me, or more like these people ripped me off. Okay, so we'll go down. The word also means to make in the Hebrew of Judea. It means to make something. Okay, now coming into the Hebrew of Igbo, the word means to construct things. It has to do with constructing, it has to do with craft. Also, we use it in the sense that an Igbo person can tell you, Iga katanwiye mbunobi. Iga katanwiye mbunobi. That is, can you make a guess of what I have in mind? So kata is actually used to refer to making a guess. Okay, also in another application, maybe somebody who is an elder now, maybe they can't see something clearly, something written down maybe on a piece of paper clearly. The elder can talk to you if you're a younger person and then ask you, Iga katanwiye de la naukwa. Iga katanwiye de la naukwa. What is the person is actually asking is, can you make out what is written on this piece of paper? So you go down to the next meaning, which is to cut down or destroy in the Hebrew of Judea. Okay, so in the Igbo language, this word ka is actually used with another verb, and that is bu. So joining the two, we get buka. Buka means to cut down something and destroy it completely. Okay, buka ye buka. If you're giving maybe a piece of furniture, and for one reason or the other, you are told buka ye buka, that is cut it down to pieces, cut it, destroy it completely. Okay, now to make into writing. This ka can be used to mean to write, as we mentioned before. It can mean to cut, it can mean to incise, it can mean to inscribe also. So it's also used to mean writing, to make something into writing in the Igbo language. For example, maybe you're with your mother somewhere in the community and she's making a call and she's trying to get a number, maybe it's from somebody across, on the other side of the line. She can quickly tell you, what that means is, inscribe the numbers I will call out to you on the ground. Okay, so in that sense, kade is now used to mean to put something into writing. Okay, so it is also used to mean eliminate or wipe off in the Hebrew of Judea. Coming into the Hebrew language, it is used to mean to cancel or strike off. Okay, to cancel or strike off. So to cancel is kabu. Kabu. Okay, so kaboya means to cancel it, to strike it off. If you are listening closely, you will see that this kabu is actually the flipping of one of the verbs we mentioned earlier. Okay, so that word is buka, to cut something down completely. Buka, okay? But to cancel, the Igbo people just flip both verbs, okay? So boka becomes kabu. So kabu means to eliminate, to cancel, you know, to cancel or strike off, okay? So other applications of this word are doka, used for saying to tear something in two, okay? Doka. So that's cut it into by tearing. The door means pull, okay? So cutting by the effort of pulling, that is doka, okay? So that is that application right there, okay? So with this, we'll just be able to look at the word karet, as it is used in Judea, and ka or kawa as it is used in the Igbo language. The same applications throughout, there's no difference at all. So we're not going to waste much time on that. We'll just go to the next word, which is yod. Yod. So I'll see you on the next part of the video. So you're welcome back. The next word we'll be looking at is the word yod. Yod, okay? Now, while this means arm or hand in the Hebrew of Judea, coming into the Hebrew of Igbo, the word is used more as a verb. It's used more as a verb. So the word is now used to mean yaw. Now, yaw within the Hebrew language will, basically mean beg. But more specifically, it means to humbly extend your arms in supplication or plea. Okay, so you can say yeah. Go and humbly extend your arms in plea to the person. Go and beg the person. Okay, so as I mentioned earlier, this word is mostly used as a verb in the Igbo language. Now another verb which is actually from this word yod is yoalia. Yoalia. So when somebody tells you yoalia, it means use your hands to shake something. Shake it a bit, okay? Shake it for whatever reason. So the Igbo person can tell you yoalia. Apply your arms on it. Apply the effort of your arms on it. That is what the command actually means, okay? So another very closely related word is yocha. Yocha means to sieve, whether you are sieving the water out or whether you are sieving out the finer particles, So the word is yocha. Yocha. You can see how this word meaning yod coming into the Igbo is now used to mean apply your hand and sieve whatever you're holding, try to sieve it, okay? So you can also see an application of this word when you say, for instance, maybe you ask your brother to go and check outside if it's raining, and then your brother returns to you and he tells you na mmiri na-ayọ ayọ. Okay, so what he's telling you is that the rain is falling gently. Actually, the rain is drizzling, okay? The rain is drizzling. The reason why the Igbo people use yo in that particular scenario is the fact that there is a belief that whatever is the source of the water, from the heavens, whatever is the source of the water is shaking gently, okay? It's shaking gently and just releasing a bit of water, not a heavy downpour. Okay, so it's just shaking gently and releasing that very fine particles of water you call a drizzle. Okay, so the Igbos will report it as namili na ayo. Okay, so you also use yo to mean to sprinkle. Okay, so maybe you are passing by and your friend wants to play with you and he just sprinkles you some water. You can tell them ayos namomili. So you can see now that word meaning arm or hand coming into that sentence ayos namomili, you can then see that the direct translation of that request is stop arm me water. I'm talking about direct translation, okay, from Igbo into English. It is stop arm me water. That is stop using your arms or your hand to sprinkle water on me. Stop sprinkling me with water, okay? Ayos namomili. Okay, so this is just a way of showing you how these words have retained their meaning, sometimes as nouns, sometimes as verbs, across both tongues, the both languages. I assure you, I mean, there's no argument about it when you see the similar applications of these words across the two tongues, okay? So this was just a very brief video talking about some of these Hebrew words in the Hebrew language. There will be other videos like this, and there will be other videos talking about other things also. So thank you very much for listening, and I'll see you on another video. May the peace of God abide with you. Amen.